Hey dudes, it's PixxelTrixx. Welcome back to the Century Smash podcast. Okay, so we have a whole bunch of characters to get to, and I got a bunch of stuff to talk about, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so thanks very much for the support on the first episode. I didn't realize how many people would be into the idea of me talking about random stuff while we have Century Smash in the back. So it's pretty cool to see how many people were into it. I want to make a couple announcements before we get started with things here today. Recently, a lot of channels on YouTube have actually been demonetized. And when I say demonetized, I don't mean just a couple videos. I mean, they're unable to monetize any of their videos at all. I actually stopped by the YouTube Reddit page and I was stopping by there to look up some stuff. And when I got there, I saw page upon page of content creators that have their whole channels getting shut down because of these new guidelines. Actually, I have a snippet right here that I have jotted down. And I quote, "When you're using an IP that does not belong to you, you have to at least make an effort to make something that stands out and provides value. Subtitles do not equate to quality voiceover plus face cam." Alright, so certain channels that are much larger than my own, I'm talking channels with 150,000 subscribers, have been getting demonetized because they don't follow these new set of rules that YouTube has started, where you have to have a voiceover or something that is not just the game with subtitles. And while that doesn't directly affect my particular kind of content, because nowadays that's pretty much, I talk in all my videos, but that has been something that I've done in the past, like my Just Another Day in For Glory series. That's exactly like it. And here's the thing, these content creators do put a lot of work into their videos. It's very transformative. And back in the day, that was totally okay with YouTube. But now, the fact that someone works on a video for so long and puts so much effort into it, to add all this stuff to it is not enough. You have to have voiceovers if you want to upload gameplay, and apparently face cam. And I don't use face cam. I used to in my in the inception of my channel, I would use face cam, but since then, I've just found everything much more immersive without it. So when I'm playing a more story-based game, I just enjoy not using it. And I have channels like Cry to thank for that. Take a lot of inspiration from Cry's channel. So yeah, in its current state, I should be fine with the way things are now. But how long until YouTube's like, no, now we want face cam in all your gameplay videos, so our bot doesn't detect nothing but gameplay, you know what I mean? So I've decided to make the necessary precautions in case my channel actually does get fully demonetized. I just want to preference, before I announce this, that my videos will always be free. They'll never be locked behind a paywall. Things are always going to remain the same on my channel. But I do want to announce that I have recently opened a Patreon account. Yes, after many years and much consideration, I finally decided to open a Patreon account. And for those who don't know, Patreon is a site that you can donate monthly to your favorite creators to help support their content. And I've always been very hesitant about this subject because I've always been very nervous about what people think about me opening a page like that, because I don't want people to feel obligated or they have to pay for content, because that's far from the truth. Like I said, I'll always upload videos regardless of anything. But the fact of the matter is, I already have a system in place right now through YouTube's membership program that actually makes it so people can support my channel if they so wish. It's kind of like a Twitch subscription. So you pay $5 and then you get emotes and for live streams and premieres and stuff like that, and loyalty badges and all that good stuff. The thing is, with the YouTube membership service, I don't take advantage of the live streaming or the premiere feature as much as I should for the people who are, spending money to get loyalty badges in emotes, because I have a really odd sleep schedule, and I usually am working throughout the day, so when I'm home recording stuff, it's usually really late at night, as you guys will come to see with my Pokemon Let's Play that actually shows you what time of the night and day it is. And so you guys will see that it's mainly going to be at night. So that's why I don't like stream that much, because I'm usually not home during the day. And with the YouTube membership service, they actually take a large cut of the revenue generated from people becoming members onto the channel. So pretty much half of the revenue that I generate from the YouTube membership program goes to YouTube, when I could really be using the funds to be put back into the channel to help me get new equipment, to help pay for current subscriptions for services. Like, I use Adobe Premiere Pro, and for those who don't know, that's a monthly subscription service. That's what I use to edit my videos. And unfortunately, we're unable to actually buy Adobe Premiere Pro. We have to pay monthly for it. And I've used editing software in the past that you could just buy, but it's nowhere near as good as Adobe. Because if you guys have seen my Just Another Day in For Glory series, you may have noticed in the videos there's slight like audio pops here and there whenever like songs end, and people have commented about it before. It's definitely noticeable. And that's because all those videos were made with AVS Video Editor, and they all had a bunch of problems because of it. And with Adobe Premiere Pro, there's none of that. I can crop things much easier, and like I won't go into the technical jargon of it, but it's just worth it. It's just so much more worth it. And any added funds to the channel that I generate from making the switch over to Patreon, I could also use to get new equipment, to buy new games, to have the means of supporting the channel, not just from the revenue from the ads, but also from the people who would like to support the channel. And the thing about Patreon is it's much easier for me to reach out to the people who support my videos. Because right now, the people that are members on my YouTube channel, there's no way I can message you. There's no way I could be like, oh, hey, thanks for supporting the channel, because I do appreciate it. And I do see a lot of people have been signing up for the membership program, and I really do appreciate it greatly. Don't think I don't. It's just I don't have the means to reach out and be like, hey, thanks, you know? And with Patreon, I get access to that. So if you're currently a member on the YouTube membership program and you want to continue to support my channel, I would say cancel that and move over to Patreon, because it gives me a way to actually communicate to the people who are trying to help my channel and get feedback from you guys and ask, you know, what you would like to see. Is this a good idea? Is this like something that you would like to see from my channel and stuff like that? Yeah, while I was playing the Ice Climbers, I got absolutely bodied. The last freaking person again. I don't know how I keep managing to do it every time, but I keep losing at the very last one. That was a little funny. But yeah, like I said, never feel obligated to sign up for my Patreon, because this is just for people that really want to support the channel. And now, finally, they have a way to do that if they so wish. Okay, so I hope you guys had a great Cinco de Mayo. I saw it's currently the day after it when I'm recording this, and I saw my neighbor, and she came out and she was just moaning like a banshee, like the worst hangover of all time. Like she had a big gathering yesterday, and she just looked devastated, dude. She just looked awful, like her hair was all messed up and shit. But yeah, not me. I've been sober all year. They call me good example tricks. Don't watch my Mario Party videos though. But yeah, I've been drinking a while. Unless you count coffee, then damn, I have not. So I guess it's kind of a drug, huh? But yeah, had Mexican food that was left over yesterday for breakfast. Worst decision of my life. And I just feel awful. I just feel like a shell of a man that I once was. Yeah, there's a bunch of Cinco de Mayo stuff going on. That's why there was only one video yesterday, so sorry about that, dudes. I have recently been getting ahead on the Pokemon Let's Play. A lot of people were very excited for that. It was awesome to see the support. So many people love Gen 4, and I'm finally able to experience it completely blind. So... yeah, I've been having a great time. I recorded a bunch of Gen 4 stuff. So, yeah, game's fun. Took me forever to track down the cartridge. Hey, has anyone actually freaking got the Nintendo Labo stuff for like the VR Nintendo Labo stuff, that just looks so awful to me. Like, how can you not go like super motion sickness from it? I don't know. Maybe it's not too bad. The commercials made it look so fun, but it's definitely not something I'm personally interested in. But I'm curious to see if people have actually got it themselves and tried it, because it is kind of an interesting concept, I suppose. But it's not like I could take that and make any kind of a video from it, unless I somehow find a way to capture footage of it not being docked, and then it could just show me like carrying around this giant ass thing. I don't know. It probably wouldn't work out. So, okay, so this is the Century Smash podcast after all. So I thought we would actually discuss some characters that I would like to see buffed in future patches. Yeah, I actually recently watched a highlights video. It's called VG Boot Camp's highlights for a tournament in Japan. And it's so cool seeing gameplay from another part of the world, because characters that are so common here aren't so much over there, and it's awesome to see. Like, that's kind of the inspiration of me wanting to bring up this topic, because there's some really cool characters that I feel like could be so good if they just had minor tweaks. And the first character that I want to discuss is Duck Hunt. Okay, I've talked about this before, but I feel like this character could legit be one of the best characters in the game if only they had that little bit more killing power. Like, I have hit people with Duck Hunt's can at 200%, they survived. Like, and that's often the case. You see it in tournament too. People live up past 200 to 220% against this character because they just don't have the options to actually take care of the stocks. And it makes for some games where I feel like the Duck Hunt player definitely like won neutral over and over again, but yeah, they just die at like 60% because they just don't have that one theme that they need, you know? Like, imagine this character with an out throw combo. Instant top tier, right? And it's not like they would be broken because you get them off stage and their recovery is very vulnerable. That being said, this character did place up pretty high in this Japanese major that was streamed on VG Bootcamp. So, I mean, it's not like they're terrible, but I feel like they could just be so much better with that one change. Speaking of a character that has gone through a lot of changes, probably the most out of all the characters, I believe, since Ultimate's launch, Mega Man. Mega Man has been changed drastically over and over again. He's been constantly nerfed, constantly had his leaf shield just completely obliterated from what it's originally was, but still this character has been placing very high in tournaments. So these Mega Man players are very dedicated to their character, and it's cool to see. Yeah, been seeing a lot of Mega Man players actually get a lot of rep, and it's awesome here in the States and in Japan. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Wouldn't know anything about like what to change with Mega Man. I haven't played much in Ultimate, but one character I would like to see a change in Ultimate is Ridley, specifically their up B. It has so much startup time, and it's so easy to get a Ridley off stage, in my opinion, and just knock him out of that animation before he has any chance of making it back to the ledge. Yeah, I just feel like it's something that is necessary to making the character a little more fun, you know? Another character, one that I recently have been playing, is Lucas. Now, Lucas Nairs is very different in this game. It's very hard to link multiple Nairs in a row, and that used to be one of his biggest strengths. His ability to combo off his Nair into up air, into another Nair, or what have you. And now Nair just sends your opponent like behind him. Losing the combo throws really sucks too. I'm not entirely sure why they did that. So that's like something, of course, I would like to see come back. But the big thing is Nair. And like throwing out Nair neutral and not having the ability to get much out of your Nairs really sucks. Little Mac. Little Mac's forward tilt in this game, I think originally in Smash 4 when Little Mac came out, it had the same problem, I believe. Yeah, it had the problem of not linking into itself. And yeah, oddly enough, but yeah, it's so bad. And so many Little Macs I feel like should have got the kill on me, and I just pop out and then throw them off stage and they die. So aside for that, I would also like to see the ability to use side B multiple times in the air. Not in a row, but like You know when you throw a Little Mac player off stage and he side Bs and then you hit him? Like, he can't use it after that. But I feel like if Little Mac does get hit after he uses his side B, he should get another chance. It's a minor improvement, but one that I think would make a big difference in the long run. I don't think they're ever going to improve his aerials as much as I would like to see, because it's pretty necessary in a game like Ultimate. But it doesn't really make much sense to me, because he hits you so hard on the ground. Just because he's in the air, why should that make any difference? Like, I don't know. These next couple of changes I would like to see, admittedly, are a little biased based on characters that I play, obviously. But yeah, the first character I want to talk about is Shulk and his up air and down air. Both moves with very good range, but terrible startup, and both have a tendency of having your opponent pop out of them, which sucks. It sucks when I feel like I have a down air kill with Shulk and then they just pop out of the first hit, or his up air too. He still has the same problems with the smash attacks as well. I would love to see like the second part of the hitbox just come out first, and that's it, just that, you know, because the second part of the hitbox is great and it's powerful, but it's just that first bit of the up air and down air that just ruined so many guaranteed kills that I would have otherwise had. Sheik is the next character that I would like to see improved, which obviously they are infamous for having no kind of ability to kill. Fortunately, in recent patches, Sheik has seen many improvements, but none have been significant enough to really matter too much. Like, they give her a bigger hitbox on her down tilt sweet spot, like, that's cool, but... And I understand why she has a hard time killing. She has amazing frame data, but I feel like this awesome kit for this cool-ass character just goes to waste, because it's, you work so hard and get so little out of it. I fare someone across an entire stage with Sheik at 0, and they end up at 15% after I hit them with like 6 fares or some ridiculous like that. It's just, it sucks. It's not just kill power, but damage output that really sucks. Another character with similar problems is Bayonetta. I know these are characters that are very hated in previous games, but I like Bayonetta, and I don't feel like if you improve a couple of her themes in this game, that it would make her as broken as Smash 4. I don't think she'll ever get as broken as she was in Smash 4 at any point. Not with the current state of her moveset. And I don't want to see her broken again, don't get me wrong. But her witch time is just so terrible compared to what it used to be. And that used to be a huge part of her game plan. And now, like, well, it's still usable. It's just, you don't get any more of those swaggy low percent combos. And that was, like, one of my favorite things to do with Bayonetta. Is just hit someone with a low percent witch time and get so much out of it. But now you're just unable to do it. So yeah, some very controversial picks near the end. I definitely am aware, but it's just what I would like to see. Be sure to let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm just kidding. I hate when people do that in videos. It's like, if people are gonna say something, they're gonna say, they don't need a reminder, you know? One of my pet YouTuber peeves that I hear. It's like, I think you guys have enough wits that if you want to like a video or dislike, you'll do it yourself. So, like, it's common sense. So, alright, so I went on Tumblr, and I don't follow anyone on Tumblr. I use it, like, to answer questions. And the thing about Tumblr is they recommend you non-stop these channels that you might be interested in because you have to follow people. So I went on Tumblr and they're like, you might be interested in Beyonce's cock. I was like, and why? It was just some random shit posting channel or something. I was like, why you be telling me this, Tumblr? So it's a good segue into our next thing, Tumblr questions. All right, so let me actually bring this up and see what horrors. Let's see, who does Tumblr recommend me? Uncle Father. Ew, I just put that together. Ew. Catchy memes. Okay, enough of that. Let me go to the question. What controller do I use in Smash? I use a GameCube controller. I actually did end up buying a Pro Controller for other games, and I actually tried playing it for Smash, but I just can't. I bet I could get used to it if I put the time into it, but I've been playing the GameCube controller for so long, dude, and it just feels so weird. The buttons feel too small on the Pro Controller for Smash, at least for me, but it's great for other games. That's what I use for Yoshi's Crafted World. Any plans on playing more Monster Hunter World? I bought it from your videos and have put a lot of time into it. Unfortunately, I lost my save data, so I actually have kind of been jonesing to play a little bit. I know they're still running events for that game. Like, it's still going. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I would have to start from scratch, unfortunately, but the game's fun as hell. It's just like so much grinding, though, is the thing. It's like one of those games where, like, it's really fun to play, but it demands a lot of your time if you want to progress, like, at all. So, okay. What do I use to record 3DS games? I actually use a modded 2DS that I got from a company that's no longer open anymore. Yeah, Katsukuri, Katsukuri, something like, I can't really pronounce it, but I mean the company recently went bankrupt. Yeah, I assume they went bankrupt because their business was about modding, like, you know, 3DS titles or 3DS software so you could record off of it, and which is essentially illegal. You know, from the time when Nintendo was very against, like, YouTubers and capturing stuff, like, they had that. So yeah, I guess it just went bankrupt. So I'm sure there's other ways you could find it online, but it's very expensive. If you found your channel, any tips of improving in Smash? Any tips for improving in Smash? I'm a Roy main who has a Pocket ZSS and wants to get better, but sometimes I just don't know what to do in certain matchups. Keep up the good work. Well, for me, I play so many characters. I think a great tip, if you really want to improve and understand matchups, is to try to get all your characters into Elite Smash. Or characters that you struggle to fight, play them for a while, and you'll understand them a whole lot better. Because that's the way I learn, you know. Just play a whole bunch and get a lot of experience, play a lot online. If you don't have a local scene or anything, that's very easy to get to, you know. Just play a lot online, play against a whole bunch of different people, and see what works and see what doesn't. Because, yeah, I often hear a lot of people asking me, how do I get better at Smash? It's all about putting the time into the game, dude. It's all about just playing it over and over again. That's how I learned, was just going online. You can't just explain, like, a couple things and then they're good at Smash. So it takes a lot of time for these kind of games if you want to get, like, super serious about it. What are your favorite characters to play in Smash Ultimate? My favorite characters to play are Lucina, Shulk, and Ganon, and Mario. Lucina, Shulk, Ganon, and Mario. I wouldn't say they're all my best characters. My best are probably Lucina, Wolf, Young Link. Because they're all very good in that game, but yeah, it's just characters that I like to play. And I love when good Shulk play works. It's just a thing of beauty in this game. And Ganon's just fun, dude. When you get a read on someone with Ganon, they just die in like 2 hits. It's a great feeling. And Lucina, I've always been a Lucina main ever since Smash 4. Even before she got, like, super popular in Ultimate. So I've always enjoyed playing that character. And Mario's no different, yeah. Even though I don't like playing him as much in this game, I just need to put more time into him. Are you Team Poods or T-Series? What a question. Yeah, obviously Poods, dude. Freaking... when you make a diss track so fire, it gets banned in the most populated country in the world, dude. Like, ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why people are taking it so seriously. Like, Poods is just one guy, and T-Series is like this giant company. So, like, it's like if YouTube Music got past 100 million subscribers, which I think at this point did. Like, is it really? I don't know. Just funny. I think people take it a little too seriously. I mean, the dude is sitting on almost 100 million subscribers. If he's not #1, I'm pretty sure he'll be fine at the end of the day. Like, the dude's got it all, so. What'll be worse, Pokemon movie or Sonic? Okay, I was actually thinking about this, and dude, Jim Carrey's gonna save that movie. It's Jim Carrey. Like, this is no longer the Sonic movie. It's Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, featuring Sonic. At least for me, so. I was actually thinking a little hyped about it now. Okay, the creator actually tweeted that he's gonna try to fix the design for Sonic. Like, he heard the criticism, and he's like, okay, we're gonna try to improve it. And I don't know if they have enough time to actually make things better, but just the fact that he acknowledged all the negative feedback, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the perfect way to take criticism. And I admire that, so I'm actually looking forward to how the movie turns out now, you know? Like, yeah, the trailer was something else, but, I mean, who knows? Maybe they will improve his design. And there have been so many extremely talented artists and fans of Sonic who have created designs that look freaking amazing. Yeah, so it's not like it can't happen. It's just, I don't know why they took that direction with Sonic in the first place, to be perfectly honest. He looked too humanoid, but he also looks like a rodent. And I know he's a hedgehog, but I mean, I don't know. Wasn't there supposed to... Aren't they doing some kind of a Mario movie, dudes? I heard somewhere about a Mario movie, but I don't think it's like... I think it's animated, though. How's that going to turn out? Huh? Mario, the silent protagonist, who has nothing to say ever in any of his games other than Yahoo. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. How can you make a movie around that? I'm not sure. I think anything will be better than the Mario movie, though, in the 90s. You guys know the one, the Mario. The Mario. They're so ridiculous. I remember loving that movie when I was a kid, though, is the thing. And now looking back on it, it's just like, oh my god. But I loved it because they had like little references to the game that I played, so. Yeah. Mario. I'm really not that much of a movie person, to be perfectly honest. It's just all these games that I play have been getting all these very interesting reboots and stuff. So, yeah. But yeah, if you guys have like more questions, just hit up my Tumblr. It's going to be in my description under Ask Me Anything. You can click that. And yeah. People are all also wondering if I'm going to play Resident Evil 4. And eventually, we just got through with a rather long series of RE2. And that was so fun, dude. That was so good. I'd be super down for RE4 eventually, though. Game Stick. Did I tell you about that? I rage quit that game when I was a kid because it was too scary. I got to the part where, you know, you're on the lake and you're fighting the giant monster in the lake. Okay, there's this thing about that. So if you shoot the water before you go into the lake, there's this little Easter egg because there's fish. There's fish, and if you shoot the fish, you can kill them and pick them up. So here I am, little mini Trixx when I was a kid, and I was playing this spooky game. It was the middle of the night, and I'm out here shooting fish, and then all of a sudden this mammoth whale zombie comes out and eats Leon before my very eyes. And that was the furthest I've ever gotten in on Resident Evil 4 because it scared me so much because I didn't expect it. Yeah. So that's a actual way you could die in that game. If you shoot the lake too much, you'll get eaten alive by this giant monster. So, yeah, it's just a fun little thing. So yeah, eventually we'll go back to it and I'll conquer my fears of the lake monster, for sure. Fun game. The wait for Super Mario Maker 2 is nearing the end, dude. I can't wait. Wow, almost June. 1 month to go. I can't believe it went by so fast. It's almost my birthday. Yeah, my birthday is June 1st. I think for my birthday this year, I am probably going to take a trip to Hawaii. I'm just kidding. I'm poor as hell. I can't do that. I think the furthest I've gone out of California is Las Vegas. Yeah, I've never been on a plane. I drove to Las Vegas. what was it, 9-hour drive? Yeah, 9-hour drive from where I live to Las Vegas. Actual hell. You should have saw me, dude. I was like in a minivan, and I'm hauling ass down the highway in this minivan. It was just ridiculous. Because it was just such a long trip. And I didn't want to stop or anything. I probably should have. God, Vegas. It was so hot. I was dying. I felt like a fish out of water. It was fun, though. I went for, like, this, like, dubstep concert. And that was a mess, too, because it was super windy. So the second day got canceled. Yeah. It was an experience, though. Checking out the Las Vegas Strip scene where, like, the Pawn Star dudes were. I didn't go inside. But my girlfriend, like, loved that show. So she, like, waited in line. I was like, I'm just going to look around a little bit. Get something to drink. Yeah. Cool place. Stay at this motel. There's, okay, so this motel that I stayed at actually had slot machines in it. They had, like, a little gambling section. And I was like, you know what, I'll try it. So I put, like, $1 in, and I won $20. And I was like, okay, I'm done. That's it. And that was the only time I gambled. Like, real gamble, you know, in Vegas. And I won. I came out on top. And I knew when to stop. And, yeah, I was happy. I won $19. It was pretty cool. And then I spent it all because everything is expensive as hell there. Yeah. So, yeah, I've never been on a plane or any of that stuff. Not because I'm like super afraid. I am afraid of heights, but it's just I haven't had the opportunity. So, yeah. I haven't been, like, super far. Busy doing all this stuff. Does anyone remember that? What was that game series? Epic Mickey for the Wii? Does anyone remember that? Wasn't it like a giant deal when the Nintendo Wii came out? Like, it sold like a bunch of copies. I wonder why they never expanded on that. Because it was super popular, right? It got a sequel too. I think I still have those games. I remember playing those back in the day and I had no idea what to do at all. I remember being just so lost. I don't know why. I just remember getting to a point and there was like collectibles, but I just, yeah, I have them both right here. Epic Mickey and Epic Mickey, The Power of Two. That's right. I remember thinking those games were pretty fun. That's why you couldn't find him in Kingdom Hearts 1. He was too busy in this shit. Yeah, I'm very glad that we decided to do this instead of 70 videos of just this. That would have been a nightmare. I don't know what I'm going to do for the classic mode freaking 2-player thing. I have no clue. I wish you could do it online. That would have been cool. What would have been like super cool to be able to play online is Mario Party. I don't know why they haven't created something like that. Maybe it'd be hard to like play. Like I don't think you should be able to play with randoms because of people would get too salty and like wait out the timer for their dice roll or just DC or whatever. But you should have the option to be able to play with friends or something, right? That you know aren't going to fuck you over like that. So I don't know. That would have been so fun. I've been hearing rumors about the PlayStation 5, about how it's going to have like backwards compatibility for like everything. Imagine how amazing that would be. If we could get a console that could actually play every single generation of PlayStation games, dude, that'd be incredible. That'd be worth the buy alone. Like, I would buy something that could play every generation of PlayStation games, and that's it. I don't care if it has new games. That would be such a sick buy. Because I've been looking up, like, these really cool, like, old-school PlayStation games that I want to showcase, but I have, like, no way to showcase them. Yeah. And Silent Hill 2 is, like, impossible to find, so that would be dope. Yeah, I believe the PlayStation 2 was the greatest selling game console of all time, right? I think so. Yeah, PS2. And then the PlayStation 3 came along with its weird-ass baby commercials. Like the doll commercials where it'd zoom into the eye and it would see, like, fire. And it was like, buy the PlayStation 3. I don't know what was going on there. It certainly made for a memorable commercial, though. Old-school gaming commercials were very odd, for sure. Alright, dudes. That's about it. I hope you enjoyed this long-ass video today. And I guess we'll see you on the next one, dudes. Have a good one. I'll see you then. Peace.